Hi, this deck of cards was compiled to facilitate working through the MCAT style passage, sight. Okay, and the content covered is obviously based on the biological foundations of behavior and vision. In order for a rod or cone to fire, that is, fire an action potential, sodium channels must be closed or open. So which answer choice is it? Should they be closed or should they be open? And the answer is closed. So here you see an open sodium channel. And when the sodium channel is open, cations like sodium and calcium are allowed to flow in and depolarize this stack within the rod cell, okay? But when they're closed, the cell can be hyperpolarized, sending a signal down the membrane to the synaptic terminal, and from there, the signal begins its journey to the visual center of the brain, okay? And this is the entire cascade. And don't worry, I'll go over each part. And I did go over this in detail in another deck of cards. Phototransduction, that's changing a light signal into a nerve signal that your brain can use. So the phototransduction cascade eventually leads to a or an decrease or increase in the amount of C, that's cyclic GMP, molecules in the cell, and then closure of ion channels. So the question being asked is, does it lead to an increase in the concentration of cyclic GMP or a decrease? And I kind of just gave you the answer, so I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. The answer is decrease. So when a photon of light hits the transmembrane protein rhodopsin, rhodopsin stores retinal, so light strikes, and retinal undergoes this conformational change and activates this trimeric G protein, releasing this portion called G alpha or alpha G. Actually, no, G alpha. And G alpha binds to PDE, phosphodiesterase. And what phosphodiesterase starts to do is it starts to transform cGMP, cyclic GMP, into its linear form 5' GMP. The 5' is not indicated here. Okay, and so as more cyclic GMP gets used, they detach off of the sodium gated ion channel and they're converted, and this decrease of the attachment of cGMPs to the sodium gated ion channel causes the ion channel to close. So now you see how it goes from this to this. So there's a decrease in cGMP, okay? If what I said was too fast, play the video at like half speed and you'll get it. cGMP dependent sodium channels are mostly open when light is absent. Therefore, ions such as calcium and sodium are able to move into or out of the cell. So when the channels are open, do calcium and sodium move into or out of the cell? And after seeing the last two cards, you should definitely know the answer. That would be into the cell. So here you see sodium on calcium ions from the extracellular fluid flowing into the cell. Okay.